As Bionicle fans, there's one question that we have to ask in our lives. One that all of us will inevitably ask, and one that will possibly drive you crazy depending on what kind of person you are. Unfortunately, I am the kind, it will. Okay, Jala's mask. Let's talk about it. So, started off as Leekon's mask. It looked like this. Cool. Awesome. Everyone's cool with that? Yeah, it looks snazzy. Great. Turns into the noble one we see in the movie, Taraga Leekon mask. Only way you can get that is by 3D printing it, and I didn't feel like it. So, yeah, fine. And then at the end of Legends of Metro Nui, which Greg Farshdew, story guy, was not a part of, they take the mask and they put it on Jala, and then suddenly it transforms from the noble version to the great version. So obviously people were confused. They said, "Hey, Greg, what's going on here? Why? It doesn't have to be great to go on a Matoran. Loads of Matorans have noble masks." And so basically what he said was that the Taraga took the mask and they shaped it into the mask of like the great Kanohi How as a way to honor Leekon, depending on what kind of person you are too. And so looking at that, great, except then the question arises again, well, it doesn't look like this, does it? No, it looks like this is what the McDonald's toy looked like. Pretend this says yellow feet still. This is what it looks like. Also, minus the head. I'll get to that in a second. And so then people said, what's going on there? Now, he doesn't always answer this, probably because he don't want to get in trouble. But from what I can tell, from me looking at different Greg discussion forums, which are a thing, the Greg Discussion Archive is a really cool website where you can look at all the, 20 years of questions and everything. And you can search keywords. And I looked through this because this was a topic that interested me. And I said, okay, so what's the deal? Basically, what I saw in one of the answers was that they shaped it into a great how. The only reason it looks like this is because the set, at the time it was released, obviously it came out before, this was the only how available. So in universe, it would have been this one. And then my brain said, oh, well, that's interesting. Because coming from the future, I have access to both, which means I can take the old mask and put it on the new Jala. So from my interpretation of what he said, this is what Jala would look like. Not spray painted, normal painted actually, which I don't do much. Normal painted, the feet gold to match, and oh my gosh, quick just thank you so much to some bio fan who commented like really recently. I wasn't even talking about this. I've been looking at this paint for months. I think if you go back to a video a few months ago, I talked about wanting to do a Jala video. It was literally just about this. I could not find a gold that matched. But he was talking about the Haga contest, just in case any of those end up using this same shade of gold, which on Bricklink they call flat dark gold. And he was like, oh yeah, if you want to use it for the armor and stuff, it's this kind of gold. And I was like, wait, that kind of gold? Like Leekon gold? And he was like, yeah, Leekon gold. And my brain just like exploded. But seriously, thank you so much, some bio fan. Oh my gosh, dude, I've been wanting to do this for so long, and that was the one thing keeping me back. So, yeah, thanks some bio fan for this. That's the reason you're getting this video. So, essentially, taking a look at what we have, this is what I believe my interpretation of the canon accurate Jala. Now, obviously, it's just the same. It's just Mictoran Jala, Tahunga Jala, but with gold feet and the Leekon How. Now, the one thing that I mentioned earlier that I changed was I gave it a Mata head. So the Mata head, basically the original head, the original head was this one. This is the head used for all the Tahunga and all of the 2003 Matoran, okay? And, yeah, so the original one looked like this. And I said, oh, wow, he looks soulless. That's cool. But this is a thing that came out or has been around for a while. But I discovered this technique personally from, what was it, MSW41, I think is the name. And he said, oh wow, if you have a mod head and you just take this piece right here, you can just stick them together, and then your Matoran won't look soulless. And I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. If you saw the shelf update a few days ago, week ago, I'm not sure when, you would see that I did that with Holly, and I'd like to do it with all the Matoran at some point. But yeah, I gave him the same eyes that the Fire Matoran typically have, or some of them. This is like the one that the Fire Metru Matoran have, so like Nuri and then my Takua. And yeah, so canon accurate Lecon, not Lecon mask, Jala. And yeah, and so another reason I wanted to do this is that Greg said, he basically confirmed at some point Jala gets his mask back. Not Matoran Jala, like Toa Jala gets his mask back. And so basically, if I take this mask off and I bring in 07 Jala Mari, and I adjust the camera in a second because this is a very different height figure with a very different height is what I meant. Yeah, you can kind of see him there. It's kind of awkward to back up, but yeah, that's our Jala. That's what he looks like at some time after the Battle of Bar Magna. We pretty much have that confirmed, and that will be on my shelf at some point. I will be buying a second Jalamari, which is good for me, or technically a third. I think I used to have one. Okay, a third Jalamari, but a second for a shelf, just so that I can have the complete look. And I don't know, I like it better because I feel like what they tried to do with Jala is he was supposed to be a successor to Lecon. And I like the idea of having a Toa that has not just any mask, so we could say, oh, well, look at Jala, he's got his old Matoran mask back, which, honestly, I don't hate. This camera stand is killing me. Okay, you know what? You can deal with that. That's fine. No, it's not. There we go. Okay. This is a cool look. I've seen people do this look. I like it. However, I feel like it does clash with the idea of Jala being Lecon's successor. So I like the idea that when he retrieves his mask from Gali, I think is who picked it up in Karzani, that he would be back. And so that this would be finally someone to take on the role that Lecon once had and continue that. So I don't have two Jalas at this point. This is just my Jalamari that I went ahead, took the mask off of, but this will be on the shelf at some point. And yeah, that's basically my thought process behind this Matoran version of Jala. I'll be doing it with the 2003 version of Jala as well. I'll be painting the feet too. And that is basically it. Yeah, so I'm not sure how many of you are going to completely agree with this. I know, I mean, I love the look of the 2001 Jala. I just feel like this one, I don't know. I feel like it's more canon accurate, just based off of what I've read, and I thought it might be something fun to do. But yeah, that's basically my thought process when it comes to this Jala. The Diminished Jala is, I believe, the name I have on the document that lists all the figures that I'm collecting. And yeah, thank you so much yet again, to some Biofan. I wanted to do this video forever. I was finally working on it because summer was in session. And I just could not find the paint for the life of me. But now I have a gold paint that matches the Lecon gold. I can only thank you for that, so thank you so much. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm hoping to do more videos soon. I want to do videos whenever I can because I really enjoy doing them. But yeah, that's pretty much it for now.